There isn't a whole lot of Halo in the moody streets of New Mombasa, or rather, what Halo exists here feels so drastically different. A lonely and uneasy ambiance looms over a city wrought with the melancholy of a war you are on the losing side of. Despite the odd titling in comparison to when ODST takes place in the Halo timeline, it isn't all that interested in a deep expansion upon the cliché and overly complicated lore. Simply put, ODST is a Spec Ops mission that has spiraled out of control, leaving you alone in the midst of a dying city. There is little else other than the recordings of its final moments, corpses from every side, and roving packs of Covenant on the hunt to snuff out any resistance. Scurrying through dingy alleys ripe with the detritus of combat, this isn't a mildly grey nighttime. These streets are a black maze. The only tool keeping you from being a blind piece of meat for the brutes is the visual intelligence system Reconnaissance, a night vision visor that stylishly lines the contours of the crumbling concrete jungle. You are not a super soldier. You are a human, and with that fact comes a fragile body. Winning a fight isn't as important as surviving. What sparse supplies left by the UNC are locked away. Scrounging enemy munitions means not just killing foes that prove much tougher to the average human than they ever do the big green space marine, but getting close enough to their body while laser fire lights up the streets is a trial upon itself, hoping that you can grab a plasma pistol and not burn all of its ammo simply to reach the place you stood 30 seconds ago. Awoken in a drop pod several hours after the mission goes belly up, and New Mombasa has fallen, your goal isn't to rally the last of the resisting forces and save the day. It's to piece together what happened to your squad, to New Mombasa, to wander these confusing streets, to be the detective picking over the remains of the crime scene. In many ways, New Mombasa and the rookie's role in it feels inspired by the immersive sims of the era. ODST's imperfections lie bare. For better and worse, it never quite leaves behind the bombastic military fetishism that Halo so often traps itself within. Despite these faults, those few hours spent desperately clinging to the shadows and the vast nothingness of New Mombasa reign as a storied franchise's most intriguing design. So a new type of video here. They're gonna be kinda sporadic. They're mostly just these short little things that will help keep the 2 to 3 month gap between videos less likely. I have a lot of plans for next year, and that includes a few of these just to spice things up every now and again and hopefully get to try out some new things editing wise. As always, thanks for anyone who's been supporting me. You can do so over on Patreon, where I offer 2 different tiers. The most interesting and most expensive is the $5 one, in which you get to tell me to watch an anime of your choosing. So for anyone who has supported this channel in any way, I say thank you.